Hello, what's going on, guys? It's Mr. Seeking Solitude here, and today I bring you an Ubers match against somebody on the showdown server called Tchikamireal, if I pronounced it correctly. And firstly, I would like to apologize for not uploading for the past week, and that was because my 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 recording software was not downloaded on another computer that I was using. So I finally got it downloaded, and hence I am able to narrate this match. Okay, so without further ado, let's get on into team preview. Okay, um, yeah, okay. So I am Zenith Street, and as I said, my opponent is Tchikamireal, and I am using the same sand team that I've used in my past Ubers battles. And Tchikamireal is using a dual weather team, Sand and Rain, with uh, the abusers of the weather. For Sand, it's Excadrill for Sand Rush, and in Rain, it's Palkia and Kabutops. So, looking at threats on his team, um, the Kyogre, my core of Ferrothorn, Giratina, and Tyranitar can deal with any choice Kyogre, so I am not really fearing it. Tyranitar shouldn't be a problem my my Gliscor unless it has the Ice Beam. For Palkia is going to be the main threat, as if it has Lustrous Orb, it can hit my whole team for super effective damage, either with its stab move or a coverage move, and it has the freedom to switch moves. However, if it is choice locked, that is better for me, as I will be able to scout uh, what move it locks itself into with my Ferrothorn's Protect, and then switch into an appropriate Pokemon. Excadrill, my Gliscor should be able to handle it fine. Uh, for Kabutops, as long as I get my weather up and I preserve my Giratina and my Sand is up, then I can easily, if need be, revenge kill with Excadrill. And finally, it's Arceus. I don't really know which Arceus form it is, but I'm guessing Arceus normal because that's the most common type. And if it's the SD Extreme Killer set, I can handle it pretty well with my Arceus Rock and my Giratina, both of which can take a hit at +2 and retaliate with Will-O-Wisp, or in my Giratina's case, I can Roy out if need be. So without talking too much about team preview, let's get on with the battle. So I am gonna lead off with my own Tyranitar just to set up Sand 100% of the time, and since he goes into his own Tyranitar, I really do not want to be taking any move he wants to go for. So he's gonna go for a low kick, and I take that really well, and now I'm gonna go for the taunt, knowing that he's most probably gonna go for his Stealth Rocks. And now I go for the substitute, thinking that he would switch, but he doesn't. He makes I guess the good play, and he goes for a crunch, breaking my substitute. And now I thought that he should be switching now, so I'm going to go for the toxic, but he doesn't switch out, and instead he shows me that he has the Fire Blast, and most probably he was trying to catch my Ferrothorn on the switch. And so luckily I did not go into Ferrothorn on that turn, if not I would get roasted. And so now he sees that it's pretty much a losing battle, so he's going to switch out into his Kyogre, which can threaten me out, and I go for the substitute, knowing that he's most probably going to switch out. And now I am just going to be able to get off a Toxic as it goes for the Surf, and I see that the Kyogre actually outspeeds me, which tells me that he's most probably Choice Scarfed, as Choice Specs versions would run more HP investment instead of speed. So now he's going to make a very good play. He's going to predict me to switch into my Ferrothorn or my Giratina to take on his Kyogre's surf, so he is going to double switch into into his Tyranitar, predicting that. Very commendable play. And now I make a very ballsy play, going for the protect, thinking that hey, I can stall out one turn of toxic damage, as he does take this chance to set up his stealth rocks. So I just wasted my protect and he got off his stealth rocks for free. So now I obviously need to switch out because the fire blast is imminent, but he is going to predict that, goes for the crunch, as it actually gets the defense drop, which is really unfortunate. And now I was actually fearing him to go for the fire blast, predicting my Ferrothorn switch, but I am gonna make the risky move, and fortunately for me, he does not see that coming, goes for the crunch, takes Iron Barb's damage and toxic damage, which is really wearing him down. And now I know that the protect is way too obvious, so I am going to be predicting him to switch out. So he goes for into Excadrill, as I do predict the switch, and I am going to get off a Leech Seed on this Excadrill. So now knowing that what Excadrill do is they'll Swords Dance and try to get off a sweep. So I do not want him setting up Swords Dancer, so I am going to put on the offensive pressure with Power Whip, but he does fodder off his Tyranitar to my Power Whip, and now he is going to send in his Palkia, and since most Palkias are choiced, I actually do not go for the protect to scout, and instead I switch directly into my Arceus Rock, as he misses his Fire Blast, which doesn't actually matter, since I am Arceus Rock in the sand. It would have done jack diddly to Arceus Rock. And now I make a really bad play here. I should have seen his Kyogre switch coming. I thought that he might switch into his Excadrill, or his mainly his Excadrill to take my judgment. And now here he is gonna make a very good play, predict me to switch out into my Giratina to take his incoming water move. So he is gonna make the good double switch into his Palkia, and now immediately I feel threatened, but I see that the Spatial Rend is way too obvious and he should be predicting me to switch out, so I am going to predict him to switch out, and so I am going to stay in, and I am going to be able to get off the Will-O-Wisp, which is going to whittle down Palkia's HP, which is always something appreciated. So I am going to be switching into my Ferrothorn, as the Hydro Pump does way too much damage, which immediately tells me that it is Specs. And now the Protect is way too obvious again, so I am going to go for the Leech Seed, predicting him to switch out, and he does do just that, which is really beneficial to me, and he sends in his Kabutops. And since I want to stall out another turn of Leech Seed damage, I am going to be going for the Protect, as he shows me that he has the low kick. And after all these after turn effects, I will be at 78%, and I feel quite confident of like at least taking his a single low kick. So I am just going to go for the Power Whip, as he actually switches into Palkia, most probably predicting me to switch into Giratina to take on the Kabutops. And since his Palkia is really low on health, I am able to go for the Protect, as he locks himself into the Hydro Pump, and one more turn of burn damage will take him out. So I'm just gonna take the 50% risk. I am going to go for the Protect. I am going to get the double Protect, as his Hydro Pump does not hit me, because my Ferrothorn has protected itself, and Palkia is going to be going down to burn damage. So at this point it's a 6-4 score, which looks really good in my favor, but spoiler alert, he is going to be able to lower the score later. So he's going to go for the Swords Dance, as I go for the Power Whip, because I obviously do not want him to be setting up for free. And now he does go for the Substitute, most probably hoping that I would miss my Power Whip, so that he will be behind a free sub, which would be very beneficial to him. And seeing that I should be able to live this earthquake since it is a bulky variant. I am going to take the earthquake, and luckily for me, I will hit my power with 3 times, which allows me to take that Excadrill out of the match. So he's now going to send in his Kabutops, and um, knowing that I can get off a free protect, I might as well do it to get off, to recover a little bit of health with lefties. And he does go for the low kick, and obviously I do not want to be staying in, so I see that my Giratina is the best switch in that I have to the Kabutops at this point of time. But he does make a good prediction, predicts me to switch out, and he goes for the Stone Edge, hitting my Giratina really hard. But now I can go back into my Ferrothorn. I'm just trying to sack things and whittle his HP down through Life Orb, as he's going to go for the Stone Edge again, and he hits. He hits his Stone Edge, gets off a good amount of damage, and now I can basically just protect another time for the lols, as he is going to go for the low kick. And seeing that my Ferrothorn is at such low HP, I don't think that it will be doing much work later. So I am going to sack my Ferrothorn, as he does take Iron Barbs and Life Orb Recoil, which now leaves the Kabutops at 33%. And so I am going to send in my Tyranitar just to set up Sandstorm, and I do not want to be taking a low kick or any a waterfall, so I am going to go for into my Giratina just to sack it, since it's at really low health and I won't be able to get off a rest. He goes for the Stone Edge, and he hits all his Stone Edges in his match, which is really good for him, but not that good for me. And so now the score has been lowered to 4 versus 3, but since it's in Sandstorm, I can send out my Arceus Rock, knowing that I'll outspeed his Kabutops, and I can get off a free Judgment, which does a really solid amount of damage to his whole team, as he's going to switch into his Kyogre, and obviously I cannot stay in on a Kyogre, it's really threatening, so I am just going to fodder off my Gliscor to the Kyogre's Surf. So with the combination, with like toxic damage really racking up, and the Kyogre has no form of recovery, the Kyogre will be going down really soon. So now what I should have done was I should have gone for the pursuit to immediately take him out of the match, but I did not. Instead, I am going to switch out into my Arceus Rock, knowing that I can take like a Scarfed Surf in the Sandstorm, and obviously his Kabutops is scared out, because I can actually KO that Kabutops in one shot. And now what I should have done was I should have actually gone for the Judgment just to take him out, but instead I am going to go for the Recover, which makes me need to make this play. I have to switch into my Tyranitar, and I do take the Surf quite well, considering that it's a Kyogre, which leaves me at 14%, but that is actually really beneficial, as I will be able to survive one more switch into Stealth Rock, so I can then make another switch, it's a double switch, into my healthy Arceus Rock, and I can just freely go for the Judgment, take that Kabutops out of the match. And now he sends in his Kyogre, and seeing that it's at 9% health, I know that combination of Sandstorm and Toxic Damage will KO his Kyogre, so I am going to switch into my Tyranitar, as he's just going to go for the Surf, take my Tyranitar out, but I have set up my Sandstorm, which means that the Kyogre will go down on this turn, meaning that my Sandstorm is here to stay, which doesn't really help me that much end game, since he does show that he has a normal Arceus, and since it is his last poke, I can just go for the Perish Song to to ensure that the Arceus will get KO in the 3 turns to almost guarantee my victory. So he's going to go for that +2 brick break, and it does only 56%, allowing me to get off the recover. That just shows how bulky Arceus Rock is. So uh, with Perish Song gonna activate in 2 turns, he's gonna go for the brick break. He is not gonna get a crit, allowing me to get off the yet another recover, and now it is basically GG, because no matter what happens to my Arceus Rock, even if he gets the crit, he will get KO due to Perish Song. He is not actually going to get the crit, but that does not matter, as Perish Song will take both of us out in the next turn. So I do still have my Excadrill standing, so that will leave the game 1-0 in my favor. So I hope that you all enjoyed this match. It was a really close one. A lot of double switches here and there, predicting switches, and overall it was a really good match. I faced a tough opponent who predicted well, and if you enjoyed this match, please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to see more content and support this channel and help it grow. So that will be all for this battle, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.